Hi guys, it's Mofi here. It's a pleasure to talk to you today. Welcome to another video. I want to show you today my two Blitz games versus the greatest British chess player of all time, the Nigel Short, the challenger of Garry Kasparov in 1993 World Championship match under PCA. Let's jump right into the action. My first game was against him in the October of 2024. It's an honor to got a paired against him on chess.com. Let's see how the game went. I started with e4 as usual. He played pawn to e5, very solid. Knight to f3, knight to c6. We have normal king's pawn opening. I attacked, he defended, and bishop to b5. I chose to play Spanish as usual. I play this opening, and after h6, bishop a4, knight f6, and I just go castle to bring my rook towards the game and allowing him to go for open Spanish. And after bishop e7, which is the main line, I played rook to e1, pawn to b5, kicking out the bishop because I guarded this pawn. I was ready to take and take, so he just kicks out my bishop, bishop b3 and castle. And let's see if I go for some marshal or not. Here, if you play c3, you allow marshal gambit, which nowadays is like completely draw, and I just played here one of the anti marshal moves, which is h3. Here you could also play a4 or also d3 as well to play anti marshal, because now d5 has not the same power. He played rook to b8 here. It's a bit surprising. Rook to b8 is kind of a new move. As you can see, the eval bar also doesn't like it. Maybe he just wanted to play something that I don't know, or some muddy the water or something, just to surprise me. But it was just a casual online blitz game anyways. So here I went to pawn to a4, trying to take and open the a file. So he played pawn to b4, doesn't allow me to open any files. And now I hit the center with d4. And now he takes with the knight on d4. I take. And here I have the option to take the pawn on d4. But first I wanted to be smart and first kick out this knight from its original square. And now he played knight to e8. And in this moment I take on d4. I think I got a very nice position out of the opening. This knight, I have the space, although I didn't develop my pieces. I mean, I feel like I have very nice control in the center, and computer says white is a little bit better out of the opening. But now he plays the best move here to kick out my queen from the center. c5, I just go queen to d3 to have an eye on this pawn, and also still my queen is in the center. I'm controlling very nicely the white squares. He plays knight to c7. He wants to bring his knight towards the center and maybe even get some d5. But computer doesn't like this move. I played bishop f4, try to stop any pawn pushes. And here he played knight to e6, attacking my bishop. And I went back with the bishop on g3. As you can see, I have a huge control in the center. But now he can maybe jump to the center and attack my bishop. But he just played bishop b7, developing his bishop. And in this position, I developed my last minor piece, knight d2. Queen to c7 by Nigel. And I put the knight on c4. Here it's a very good position for white. It's a very, very nice position out of the opening. He cannot really break my center. And black is just have a very tough situation here. He just plays king h8. Maybe he's getting ready for some f5 down the road, but first you have to move your queen, because there will be some discoveries. I just activated all of my pieces. Rook b to d8. He's also asking question of, okay, what pieces I can improve. He just improved his rook. And now I jump with the knight to d6. Computer is saying it's just +2, and we have same amount of time on the clock. And he just takes the bishop. I take with the queen actually here, which is a bit surprising why I took with the queen, because if you just take with the pawn, you have 2 bishop advantage, and you just better to keep the queens. But okay, I mean, it's Nigel effect probably. I just wanted to be very solid. And here he plays queen c6. He wants to checkmate me on g2. And now I just exchanged queens. We don't want to get checkmated. I just thought, okay, I mean, I'm just satisfied with this, and I have 2 bishop advantage. I should be better. If it's draw, it's draw. What to do? And I went c3 to control this d4 square, but this was not a good move, because apparently you can just get I just gave him the b file after c3 as, but he just played a5. And here, yeah, I had the chance to take on b4 to not allow b file be open, because the d7 pawn is actually guarded. Here I played pawn to f4, going to attack this knight. Actually, I played well. I'm surprised. Rook b8. And here I just played a move. Okay, now I showed. As soon as I said I played well, here I made mistake. But rook b8 was a nice move. And now he's trying to take. I played bishop to c2. Looks very natural, but computer wanted to play bishop d5, allowing this, and then go for b3. Wow, bishop b5. Yeah, I just kick out this bishop and then go for f5 e6 apparently, or something like that. But I played bishop c2, bringing the bishop on this diagonal. But okay, we don't have queen to attack or something. He played g6 to stop f5. And I played rook to a1. Wow, rook to a1 just to guard this pawn. This is a bit surprising why I played this move. I had to just go for f5, try to make his king weaker. He takes on c3. I take back. And now he infiltrates with the rook to b2. So yeah, this rook a1 was weird. We have 1 minute 23 and he has 1 minute 35. I played bishop to d3, and here actually the pawn on g2 is hanging. I had to just go bishop e4 or rook e2. And the thing is, this is a huge blunder, but you cannot believe this. He just believed me. And played rook b8. He forgot that this pawn is under attack. It's blitz, guys. You just want, there is no increment. You just want to play on tempo. You just played rook b8, and suddenly I realized, oops, this pawn was hanging. Let's go bishop e4. Bishop takes e4, rook to e4. That's why we play 3+0 online. It's just very fun. Rook c2, attacking this and also getting ready to come here and attack on the second rank. I went king to h2, rook b to b2, rook to g1. That was kind of one of the only ways to defend that pawn. And here the thing got out of my control. 3-5, 3-6. I went bishop e1. That was my plan, to win this pawn on a5. But actually he can just come back to c2. And after bishop a5, he just played h5. He's just saying, okay, it doesn't matter, this pawn is going nowhere. I have rook a2, and now I'm just going to kill your king. I mean, your rook is always passive here. I just played bishop e1 to stop h4. He went rook a2 to stop this pawn. I went a5. He's anyways controlling this pawn. Knight to d4, rook to e3 by me. He wanted to give check on f3, and I defended that. c4. And bishop to c3, attacking the knight. Knight back to e6 attacks this pawn. I went king g3 to guard this pawn. And after king g8, he's just improving his king situation. He's still much better. Rook f2 check. King e4. I had to just go to king g3. Here probably I have only 13 seconds. I just wanted to go inside and do something. But now it's mate in 4. Rook, he could mate me in 4 moves. Rook... Actually, wow, look at this mate in 4. Rook d2 check, give up the rook, and then checkmate on d4. That was beautiful. Yeah, but instead he took with the knight on f4, and then with 10 seconds on the clock, I played rook to d1. Rook a1 apparently equalizes, but okay, 10 seconds. Ooh, knight d3, another blunder. And now, yeah, I panicked. I had to just go inside. But okay, I have only 10 seconds versus 22 seconds. I just sacked the exchange, trying to get better on time. And this position is actually probably defendable. Now, engine is saying 3 against 2. Now, actually, it's objectively even equal. But I have 4 seconds versus 10 seconds. Who flags who? We will see who flags who. And... yeah, here I'm just lost, and he plays g5, and I lose on time, and also I'm lost in the position, which leads us to the second game in April of 2025. I had a chance to play against him again, now this time with the black pieces. He started with e4, and now I play my normal opening, which I play my beloved French. He plays d4, I played d5, knight c3, bishop b4. I really like this Wiener variation of French. He went e5, I played c5, the main line. And here, this is my kind of pet line, as they say. Queen a5, and after bishop d2 I went queen a4. I mean, this computer doesn't like this. In elite tournaments there is nobody plays this, because just h4, queen g4, h4, h5, you just should give up this pawn on c2, which is not easy to understand. A lot of players play queen g4 and then they come back. For example, he didn't play queen g4, but here a lot of players they come back. But the thing is, you have to just sack this pawn, which is not easy to understand in Blitz if you are not prepared. So he just played knight f3, which is not a good move in this position. And after b6, actually black has an easy game here. He just wanted to play normal chess, but the thing is, here I was prepared and I just knew that knight f3 is not a good move. And he takes on c5, takes on c5, and plays c4. Very creative way of playing. I've never seen this before. Taking on c5, take on c4. He has two bishop advantage. He's trying to play principal chess and open his position, but the thing is, after bishop to a6, I'm about to exchange the bishops. So takes on d5, I exchange. He takes with the king, I give check on c4. Again, like last game, again I'm trying to exchange queens. I should not do that. Against stronger players, you should not try to necessarily exchange queen and say, okay, we are drawing or we are having a good position. But okay, I didn't exchange because I wanted to draw. I just thought, okay, without the queen I should be completely fine, but that was mistake. Actually, I understood it after I gave check and I took on d5 with the queen. Maybe that was my initial plan, but computer is saying it's just, you just take and you're completely fine here. But somehow I didn't like to allow this e6, so that's why I gave check. Queen c4, queen d5. Here he played oh sorry, I'm sorry, queen c4, he played king g1. I'm so sorry. And then I took with the queen on d5. He played queen e2 now. Okay, knight to e7, pawn to c4 attacks my queen, and now I go back with the queen. I have a very nice square on d4. He went king g1. Okay, now I mean he wants to activate his rook with h4. So rook d1 and queen to a4. That's a nice move by me, putting pressure on all of his pawns. Kind of like the move that Deak played yesterday against Alireza, just putting pressure with the queen on his pawns. h4, kind of only way to activate this rook. I go castle, king in safety. h5, h6, not allowing any further pawn push. He is going for it. He just wants to ruin my castle, but here I didn't lose my temper. I stayed kind of calm and I just developed my pieces. And after g5, I just played rook d8. I'm playing very well here, like the last game in the opening. I just got a very nice position here. He takes on g6, h6. I just take back. I'm not worried about bishop takes h6 because this bishop is pinned and you lose the rook. And I'm not worried about the fact that my king is open because your king is also here and I want to cover my king like this. So he played king h2. He wants to just brutally attack me. I just guard this pawn with knight f5. Here he gave check with the rook and I went king h8. You don't go king h7 because this queen e4 pins everything. And here he took on h6. He just thought for 6 seconds, guys. On this move, he's up 30 seconds kind of on the clock. He just sacked the bishop against me. And I just take it. And after queen e3, suddenly he's just coming inside and he just wants to checkmate me. But I was thinking, okay, where is the checkmate? Knight f5, queen g5, and f6. Maybe this is the move he missed, actually. Was this the only move? f6? Yes, it is the only move. Otherwise, it's mate. Take, and queen takes c4. Then there would be no more infiltration for the queen. So rook to g4 attacks my queen. I now go queen to e2, and now Nigel Short is in trouble. After queen e2, queen take, queen f4, guards his knight. I go rook g8. Suddenly this opening files countered, I just backfires on himself. And after rook g1, queen takes f2. He could not really defend that pawn on f2. And rook 1 to g2, queen to e3, and now I'm up a lot of, I'm not up a lot of pawns. My position is just much better because I have two passed pawns here. Exchange of the queens is in my favor, as we will see. After f7 takes, rook g2 takes. I have a -3 advantage because I just can go here and attack the pawn, but wait for the blunder. Knight g5. Here I have 11 seconds versus 7 seconds. I went knight d8, best move. Knight takes e6. Knight takes e6, rook takes f5. he tries to complicate the things with 4 seconds on the clock. And here I played king g7 h6. The only thing I should not do in this position with 8 seconds on the clock is to take this pawn. The only thing I should not do, and I do it. I give him a lot of chance to draw the position. But okay, he has only 4 seconds. I had to just go here and I'm up a piece. And I just attack this pawn somehow, knight d8 or something. I just win this pawn. For example, if you go here, I just go knight g5, and if you go here, I just go knight d4. I give up this pawn. I have still 1 pawn on the board, and I can win this position. But here he tricked me with 4 seconds on the clock, and now he got the knight. This position is completely draw. But the thing is, I flagged him. Like, I got flagged in the first game, but okay, a little bit different, right? It's just I'm not winning in this position. But he was winning in the last game. Well, okay, it's 3+0. Hope you guys, it was an honor to play against Nigel Schwartz. And hope you guys liked this quick recap of these 2 games. Hopefully I play against him more. And thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked it, make sure to like the video and subscribe. See you guys in the next videos. Ciao, ciao.